What's up guys, Simply Coco here, and welcome back to my channel and welcome to another speed build. Today we are building in the world of Windenburg, and yes, we are building yet another loft. I've done several lofts lately, so sorry about that. I promise to do other things. I have yet to go back and look at old footage to see if this like lag that's been going on stays there ever since I changed my frames per second on my recording software. But I will try to remember to do that because I don't want any lag on my speed builds. I'll just go back to 30 frames per second. But yeah, so this is the lot that Devin Bumpkin did his old farmhouse Design Me Devin on, and I've never built on this lot before, and seeing that renovation that he did really made me want to build on this lot. Sorry if you hear a lot going on. My dogs are currently playing with a toy all up underneath my desk. I thought about this the other day, like if I were to put out merch, like what would it have on it? And it would probably be me apologizing about my dog's noise. So yeah, but anyway, we are building a loft for a fashion designer because I will be putting that into the title of this video, that it's for a fashion designer. We have actually quite a lot of good items that could be for someone who is not just in the fashion industry, but actually is like the full-on designer. Again, sorry if you hear the dogs. I am trying to keep them out from under the desk because they have been known to unplug it, and I've lost like builds that way because they unplug it, or like now be in the middle of a voiceover and have to start over, just a whole bunch of stuff, and that would piss me off. So sorry, that was really loud. It echoed through my house. But you did just see me put the, what are they called? The Island Living like roof tile lot, what are they called? Skylights. That's what they're called. They're the ones from Island Living that you just plop down. So I put 3 of those because I wanted this place to have really be flooded with natural lighting and be very like clean and modern on the exterior, but then kind of be industrial on the interior. So that's why I have these like worn out floors. The wood flooring I'm using is actually from Get Famous. I think it's from Get Famous, but it's like very worn out and old wood. And then I'm using brick walls. I'm not sure where this brick is from. Excuse me, I'm burping. It's probably one of my favorite bricks for this purpose, for like the purpose of like industrial looking things or rustic looking things. But so for the dining area, I wanted to do something different, so I used a bar high or a bar height table from University. It ends up not being right here though. I put it more so in the back corner, as I'm doing right now, because I realized with it right there wouldn't have been much room for a living room space. Side note, this video is like just barely over 15 minutes, and I thought it was going to be a lot longer than that because it felt like it was taking me a long time to furnish it. Like I was being very indecisive about certain things, like the living room, as you can see, and like the landscaping, which we actually do last. I do the landscaping last just because I wanted to get the interior out of the way, and I knew that the landscaping would not take that much because there wasn't a whole lot of like area for there to be landscaping. So I do the landscaping last, but I do end up going with this Snowy Escape couch. I don't imagine like a Japanese person living here. It's just the couch that I chose, and I ended up choosing it actually because I was gonna go for an all black and gray like vibe in here, like black, gray, and white. But then I was like, every time I do like an industrial or a modern build, I always do black, white, and gray. So I was like, I want to bring another color in here. So I found this pinkish coral-ish chair from the not Fitness Day, from the bowling night pack. And then I came across the Snowy Escape couch, and it has pillows on it that has a bird on it and the bird's wings are kind of the color of that chair. So I was like, perfect. And then I kind of put this futon futon looking couch just because it kind of gave me the vibes for the place. And then I kind of put those like fancy glass top end tables from the Vintage Glamour stuff pack. Yes. I don't think they necessarily have to be glamorous though, if used in like places like this, because I definitely wasn't going for like a glamorous vibe. I mean, it's kind of okay. I like it's got a hint of glamour, because like this desk over here, this desk obviously isn't a glamorous desk, but then I put the Snowy Escape fluffy rug under it, and then it kind of gives it like that little pop of glamour. Because this person is a fashion designer, and they're not an interior designer, but I imagine they would have a lot of style when it comes to any types of decorating. So that object you just saw me pull out is from Nifty Knitting, and I put it in the loft area, which ends up being the bedroom, obviously. And I put a whole lot of stuff up there that could look like this person, works from home. I mean, I know this is The Sims, but maybe it's the times of COVID and they're working from home. And so they've set up shop at home. And yeah, they're doing all of their designing straight from their house. I imagine like fashion designers probably do a lot of stuff from home actually, but they probably also have, like full-on studios. I'm not sure how that works, but they probably have like full-on studios that they go and like actually work in. I'm sure all fashion designers aren't working out of their house, but maybe this sim isn't like a huge fashion designer, hence living in Windenburg in a kind of loft duplex. Because if you noticed as I was building this, there is a second building. The second building is laid out the exact same way as this one. It's just flipped. And in that second building, I put all of the appliances. So the kitchen is set up in the second building, and both bathrooms are set up in the second building, but there's no furniture. So I did that so that it would be realistic, as if like it's a vacant loft that somebody can move into. So what you could do if you download this lot is you could have a roommate. You could get a roommate, and then just whenever you choose your roommate, go and furnish the other building for them. But you would have to put another bed down, because if there's not a second bed on the lot, then the game is going to think there's not room for a roommate. So you would have to put a bed down first, and then you can add a roommate. And then once you choose the roommate and furnish the other building, then just lock the doors and you never have to see them. They'll just be your neighbor. So yeah, I just wanted to put that out there, that there is a second building that you can furnish. And speaking of the gallery, I've had a few people ask about my most recent builds and whether or not they're going to be on the gallery. They will be, but like I've said in several videos, I am using the Better Build By mod by Twisted Mexi. It just organizes the debug menu so that your debug menu is, intertwined with the regular build by catalog. And with that being the case, whenever you go to upload something to the gallery, it counts it. I don't know why, but it counts it as having custom content. So I would have to, in order to turn it off, I have to turn off the mod. And in order to do that, I have to turn it off in game, exit the game, come back, put everything on the gallery, and then when I go to build my next thing, I have to turn it back on, get out of game, turn the game back on, and then go to building. So it's just a tedious task. So what I've been doing is building something or building like 4 or 5 builds and then putting them all on the gallery in bulk. If that bothers anyone and you want me to start doing them one by one so that you can have the builds as I put them out, just let me know and I will definitely start doing that. Sorry that I was talking through, well, I really only talked through most of the cluttering and the bathroom. So the bathroom downstairs is the only bathroom you'll see me furnish, but I end up turning that bathroom into a half bath. So it ends up having only a toilet and a sink, and then where you saw me put the shower tub combo, I end up putting a washer and dryer with one of the laundry day like shelving units above it. The reason why I did that is because, well, I was like, I want this to be a realistic build, so I'm gonna put a washer and dryer. And I was like, well, they're a fashion designer, so you would think they would constantly be washing stuff, like different fabrics, or if they have a photo shoot, they would have to wash the clothes that they put on their models and stuff like that. So I do, speaking of photo shoots, I do give them a camera. And I got also, I also gave them an easel, but not necessarily for painting, just for like sketching out their designs, because some fashion designers do sketch out their designs before they go to design. Probably all of them do, I'm not sure. But these are the two Nifty Knitting objects I'm using, this one right here and the desk from Nifty Knitting. Both in black. They still are kind of too colorful, or more colorful than I would have liked. But I mean, if you're a fashion designer, the different fabrics that you have are going to be colorful. So that the desk from Nifty Knitting kind of looks like it has fabric on it and stuff like that. But I do also give them both of the knitting boxes, or one of them's a box and one of them's a bag. And I do give them both. So that can be kind of like your way of showing that they're a fashion designer. They can knit things. I also gave them the style board to the right of the bed. That style board is actually an unlockable item based on your career. But when you're just in regular build mode, that's not a problem. You can just get all the unlockable objects. So I don't actually know if you can use the style board if you're not in that career. So that I don't know, but hopefully you can. And I think the only interaction on it is basically just like getting inspiration. Yeah. So I know the style careers in the game. I know there's like a style influencer. It's called, and then something else, but it's not necessarily called fashion designer. It's something else. But here we are back on the exterior. I am doing the landscaping. I think the interior is pretty much done. So literally the rest of the build is all on the outside, because we do have the back part to do. Yeah, we do have I don't want to say backyard, because it's not necessarily a yard. It's just the back of the building. Basically like the entertaining space, and where yeah, I'm doing it now. So I'm gonna put a pool back here, and it's gonna kind of be like a community-ish pool. I say community because both units have access to it. That's what I end up doing in the center kind of alleyway. I blocked it off in the back, and then I put 2 eco lifestyle dumpsters back there, because for a building like this you probably would need a dumpster. You know, I've lived in 2 apartment complexes. They both have had dumpsters. Pretty sure all apartment complexes have dumpsters, or all like public, you know, places pretty much have dumpsters. So yeah, so there's the pool. And then I was really struggling with how to separate the sides and not making it one big porch. So I figured, ooh, excuse me, I just ate Panda Express, so that's probably where the gas is coming from. But I was struggling with how to split it up. I didn't like putting the glass fence down the middle. I didn't like how it looked. So I'm just separating it with the furniture that I put here. So if you were to do the other side, I mean, you can furnish it however you want, do the same thing, whatever. But then I put this table and then some lounge chairs, and then I moved the lounge chairs closer to the pool, and then I put a Snowy Escape picnic table behind the lounge chairs. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much it. The screenshots will be rolling soon, so don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll always just respond to your comments. Please hit that notification bell so you know exactly when I post my next video, exactly when I post it, and I will see you all then. Bye, guys.